Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Carl here. This is sort of a day two of documenting what I'm going through, and hopefully it'll resonate with somebody, this message. And so this is what I'm gonna kind of hope to achieve is I want to talk about the financial help for veterans for one, and then also just going through what I need to survive, and hopefully someone would consider helping. So that's kind of been my strategy right now. Typically, financially, that's what's really going to get me going. I'm going to be fully transparent about what it is that I need and what I could use to get through the day. I think one of the fears that I have right now is looking like I need a handout, like go get a job or whatever. And so it is pretty challenging to say the least that, and believe me, I thought about it. Like, there's times when I mean, just last night I was at the McDonald's parking lot trying to get Wi-Fi or just trying to plug in my laptop in, and there was no outlets. Like, the only McDonald's that I ran into that did not have outlets. So you can see some of the challenges that I'm facing. But it's pretty serious. I mean, I feel like, I should just walked in there and asked for a job, but I'm in a unique situation where I was on my way up and I was about to really start scaling my business, but then I guess things just change and I ended up here in this situation. I don't plan on being homeless forever. I want to continue to ask support though. However, even when I do get out of this situation, I want to continue to develop that relationship with the people who have been supporting me and help where I can. I just feel like this is my journey. Like I haven't been able to really get a bunch of financial help being a veteran just yet. Like you would maybe think, like it all started with the help. I'm 10% disabled right now through the VA, and that's just for my ears for tinnitus. But I'm looking to get 70 to 100% disability for PTSD and depression. Like it is very tough. Like I don't even know. You know, I'm kind of getting on a rant here, but I'm just saying like the financial help isn't as easy as you may think. I mean, as I said before, I am living out of my car just outside the campus of the VA hospital. I have to go through a vetting process just like everybody else. Whether I'm qualified or not is, not really, it doesn't seem to be what is important. Like, so, just kind of was given or handed a sleeping bag and, tough it out through the winter until you get into one of these houses. But even when I get into one of these houses, you have to remember that I have to go through strict, drug testing, whatever it is, counseling. Like you have to kind of, it's like a clinical program. So you have to kind of keep going through that. And so I don't know how much alone time I'm going to have. And so, yeah, my goal is to get out of there and into what would be nice, like in an apartment or something. So like my idea, well, I don't want to do that. I want to have an apartment. Ultimately, I want to own my house. I feel like I have a pretty clear mission. I can't say that for a lot of people. I do have a very clear mission, and that is to have my own privacy in my own house so this never happens again. And then from there, yeah, I'm going to continue to ask for support. I have a laundry list that I'm looking at right now that I just came up with today on my planner that I need help with. And I'm sure there's people who are in a different boat who are doing well and can give back. And so those are the people that I'm reaching out to. But so far, it's been a mix of people who do have money, but also what they can give. And I appreciate any financial help for this veteran here. And I'm trying to keep a positive outlook. I don't expect people, to help me necessarily. Um, it's just that I know there's a ton of money out there, and I am fully disclosing my business expenses with you today. And I'm going to be doing like a mix throughout other, episodes or just audio recordings of me having, fully disclosing what it is that my expenses are and what I need to succeed. And at that point, I feel like there's going to be a time when maybe I'll be able to make music again. I'll be able to go to the recording studio and make a song, but it's really hard doing it out of your car. And so, yeah, in the future, when I get my place, I hope that people can help me with getting my music set up. I have an audio interface specifically called a Focusrite that I want to purchase in the near future. I'm gonna need a new laptop. So like what I do is I have I do rough drafts at my house or when I had a house. And I didn't have like a vocal booth or anything, but I had like a place that I could record. So like a cheap little Yeti microphone, and I was able to get in there and record just a basic draft, and then I would go to downtown Salt Lake to my producer at full fidelity, and he would work with me and we would actually make the song complete. And so I have dreams like, I need help with music videos. Like these are my aspirations in life. And right now it seems so gleam. I don't know if gleam is a word, but murky. Like it's really hard to see the future. And so I have a few hurdles that I need to jump through. I have some big purchases that I need to make, um, especially to secure my future. I don't know how long I'm going to be homeless. Like I went through an interview yesterday here at the Valor House, but you don't know if things are going to go through. So it's like all I can do is what's in my control, which is continuing to reach out to people that are like houses and organizations that can help me. And believe me, every time I reach out to them, like just recently, it was the Marine Corps America's Fund that I reached out to, and like it's another thing where I have to provide my DD-214s. I have to go through medical records to prove that I have depression, and I do. I was diagnosed with the depression and PTSD, and so I can provide all that. But you can see it's like it's not easy. And then you have to make sure that you're I don't know. You just there's a like legal situation. You have to provide that stuff. Like and I'm just saying that as an example, but there's a lot of hoops that you have to jump through. So that's why the homelessness is an issue. Um, if I'm making sense. But the financial help is as well is they don't want just anybody coming into these places, just like you don't want anybody coming in your home. That's why you don't get the best of the best, which is what I do expect. I do expect, because I'm to have a healthy situation, a healthy sober living situation, because I am sober, and I've been able to get my ducks in order, and I work on the computer. I guess you could say computer programmer. I'm always trying to make it work, and I do have expenses like going to Starbucks, because not that like Starbucks, like yeah, I get the drinks and they're expensive, but I'm there because it's a comfortable place for me to work. As far as library access goes, like as you can see, I've exhausted a lot of resources. I can't just go to any library because you have to have a library card. So if there's any or regret that I have, it's that before I didn't move out into my homeless situation, was getting a library card set up, because then I could have really just chilled at the libraries and just kind of like worked out of there and maybe didn't have to buy coffee so much. But right now I'm in a situation where I don't have a physical address, and that is really a deal breaker. Like you would be surprised that the amount of people that will accept you just for a lot of programs, or just anything in general if you don't have that physical address. So it's a huge barrier. So today I'm looking at my list, man, and it's getting cold out. I think today is only a high of 60 degrees. The low could be cold, it just depends on the wind. Um, but I'm looking at, I'm gonna need the heater in my car to work. I'm going to need new tires here eventually. All it takes is one of these tires to go out, and there goes, 200, 250 bucks. And so most people will replace four tires at once. Me being, as frugal as I can, I'll definitely try to get, um, I'll try to get them. Well, I'll probably end up just doing one tire at a time. But right now, I already have a back right tire that has a staple in it that if I pull it out, it's going to leak. And so I'm spending money constantly going to Chevrons each night, trying to get my discount so that I can fill up that tire with air so that I don't run into a situation. Let alone I'm trying to conserve my gasoline, which I need as well so that I can get to my PTSD appointments. I go to the vet center down in Murray. Um, yeah, I mean, then I have to come back up to the VA hospital for other PTSD meetings. And those are all voluntary, by the way. Like, that's how serious I take my health. And then I'm going to need a new iPhone. I think, back in, I don't know, this is probably at least 5 years old, maybe closer to 10. I'm not 100% sure, but it's super cracked. And, I'm grateful that I have the new AirPods for my ears, so I'm able to do this. And, it's a lot different than having headphones on where it's like over the ear headphones, which makes it really challenging. So I'm in the situation where I know I have money, I think maybe like $50 saved up for that new iPhone. I don't need anything great or anything with maximum storage. I just need the most up-to-date iPhone because um, for one, I'm an iPhone user, and two, once that software uh, gets extinguished, or I don't know if that's the best word, but once the software has expired where you can no longer update, I don't, you're like almost forced to get a new iPhone. So I hope that makes sense. But just basically, I need a new iPhone. I'm gonna need a sleeping bag. I have one right now, but it's really nasty, and it wasn't mine. It was just issued to me. I don't know if another homeless person used it, but anyway, I just use it as a base layer, something to sleep on. So it'd be nice to get a better pillow. Um, and then I have my YouTube. I think I pay $14 or $15 for YouTube. That allows me to go on and have some kind of entertainment through all of this. But really, I don't even watch movies. I kid you not. I'm always learning and growing. I'm learning about web development, computer programming, and AI and web applications, and so I'm not exactly your typical YouTube entertainment guy. The only thing I do with YouTube and why I chose YouTube is because the educational content that I can get there without advertising, as well as being able to listen to music with YouTube Music. And it's a super amazing combination, which helps me get pumped up for my boxing classes, which is the last thing I have on my agenda today that I thought of that would really be helpful. Is I take boxing classes. Looks like right now it's twice a week, but it really, since I'm sober, I've had way more energy, way more success, way more passion, and it's my form of gym membership until I actually get a gym membership through Operation Combat Boots, which I think they're like 10 weeks out. This guy was kind enough. He's a Vietnam War veteran who knows my situation and he wants to help me out. He knows I don't have money. He said, we'll work it out, compensation wise when you do. And so I want to help him out too, but I can't. I mean, I'm trying to conserve money, and so it'd be nice if you guys, if someone could, one of the fans could support me in that way, so I can help that guy as well. Uh, but yeah, I still stink, and I need a shower. So I appreciate you guys listening to me today. I'm gonna keep on doing this. I do get help. A full disclosure, I have like affiliate links. I'm still trying to run my business part time. So like in the comment section of these podcast episodes, I'm trying to pack it with stuff that I think would help you out, but also, I have my Venmo, my Cash App, and stuff like that. So I'm always, always, always taking, um, donations, and I'm just trying to be healthy, you guys. I'm trying to not make bad decisions. I'm still struggling every day with helicopters flying by. I feel like every day is World War III. I know the average person's like it could be naive, but for me it's very real. Every day feels like a war zone. I mean, just the other day I almost stuck a kid, kicked him in the chest because he came up on me out of nowhere by my car, like asking about something stupid. About I was like, I don't need to know what you're offering, man. You don't come up on someone that you never met before. And so with my training with boxing and all that stuff that I'm learning, like I don't want to hurt anybody, man, but I'm in a fragile state. Like you can't just come up on me. So every day it feels like a war for me, and it does not help being unstable. And so what may seem like a lot of money to you is, well, let me rephrase that. It's always a lot of money to everybody. But I guess what I'm trying to say is every little bit helps, and it feels like $1,000,000 when I get $20. So I appreciate you guys listening. This one has been about financial help for veterans, showing you that it's not as easy as you may think. It's not easy for anybody. I don't want to minimize anybody's situation, but it is very challenging, nevertheless. And I'm taking it and I'm running with it, using my skills to reach out to as many people as possible for help. This is Carl, everybody. Thank you so much.